Did you know that in 2022, a surplus Steyr GB sold for just about $280? And by mid-2024, that same pistol jumped to nearly $1,700 in collector circles. That's not hype, that's the market waking up. Miss your chance now, and you'll be kicking yourself later when that $400 pistol turns into a $2,000 regret. In today's video, we're counting down 20 handguns that are set to explode in price, including one that was banned from import, disappeared from shelves, and is now re-emerging as one of the hottest sleeper guns in America. Number 20, Steyr Model 1912. The Steyr Model 1912 is one of the most underappreciated pistols from the early 20th century. Originally designed for the Chilean military and later used by Austro-Hungarian forces during World War I, this semi-auto feeds from a stripper clip and fires the 9mm Steyr cartridge. Its solid steel construction and crisp action make it rugged in battle, but its rarity today is what collectors are watching closely. Surviving pistols with military acceptance marks and matching numbers are creeping past $1,200, with high-grade examples fetching more. Fewer than 300,000 were made, and many were lost or decommissioned. The ones still floating around, they won't stay cheap for long, and the next pistol, it uses one of the strangest firing systems Japan ever designed. Hino Kamuro M1908. Now here's a weird one, and weird means valuable. The Hino Kamuro M1908 is a Japanese semi-auto pistol that used a blow-forward design instead of the typical blow-back. Instead of the slide moving back, the barrel literally slid forward with each shot, a rare mechanism almost no other firearm used. Chambered in 8mm Nambu and produced in very low numbers before World War I, it's now one of the rarest collector pistols from Asia. But most were lost, destroyed, or scrapped, so when one appears at auction, it's a big deal. Prices have surged past $3,000, with matching examples fetching much more. And if Japan's pre-war arms history keeps trending, this could become one of the most expensive collectibles from the region. Number 18, FN Model 1903-1905. Before the Glock, before the 1911, there was Browning. The FN Model 1903 and 1905 were among the earliest successful semi-automatic pistols, both designed by John Browning himself. The 1903, chambered in 9mm Browning long, was used by European militaries, while the compact 1905 was popular for civilian concealed carry. Both models feature sleek lines, deep blued finishes, and solid steel craftsmanship that screams old-world quality. Prices stayed low for years, but collectors are finally waking up. Mint 1903s now go for over $1,400, and the 1905s with original boxes or engravings are climbing toward $2,000. That's not just historic, they're foundational. Number 17, Ruger SR 1911 Special Editions. Ruger's SR 1911 line brought American-made 1911s back to the working-class shooter. But it's the special editions that are catching fire with collectors, whether it's the lightweight Commander models, the distributor-exclusive tallow versions, or the rare 10mm variants. Certain SR 1911s are already seeing serious value creep. These pistols were built with classic aesthetics, Series 70 style internals and tight tolerances, all at a time when many brands were cutting corners. Early run guns with low serial numbers, engraved slides, or limited edition finishes are starting to breach the $1,200 mark, with NIB examples trending higher. Ruger may still be producing the SR 1911, but specific variants are already drying up, and that's exactly when collectors start paying attention. Number 16, Colt Woodsman First and Second Series. The Colt Woodsman was never meant to be flashy. It was meant to be accurate. Introduced in 1915 and refined through the 1940s and 50s, The Woodsman became a favorite for target shooters, outdoorsmen, and plinkers who appreciated balance and build quality over brute force. The first series, with checkered walnut grips and blued finish, is already commanding strong prices, while the second series introduced automatic slide-stop features that made it more modern, yet still collectible. Clean examples with factory boxes are now pushing $1,000, and engraved or high-condition pre-war units can fetch much more. The pistol's slim profile, crisp trigger, and Colt's craftsmanship make it a timeless .22 and a rising star on the market. Number 15, Browning High Power C and G models. People know the Browning High Power, but few realize just how rare the early C prefix commercial models and G prefix military contracts have become. These FN-produced pistols from the 1950s to 70s represent the golden era of high-power manufacturing, with deep bluing, internal extractors, and hand-fitted parts. The C models were sold on the civilian market, while the G prefix often denoted government orders, including for West Germany and Indonesia. Values are climbing fast. Original condition examples with matching serial numbers are pushing $1,800, and those with holsters, paperwork, or unique stamps are reaching $2,500. As modern clones flood the market, these early high powers are becoming the crown jewels collectors are scrambling to find. Number 14, High Standard Duramatic and Target Pistols. High Standard pistols were once staples on American ranges, but today they're becoming serious collectibles, especially the Duramatic and classic Target models from the 1950s and 60s, known for their space-age grips, adjustable sights, and competition-level accuracy. These rimfire pistols offered precision shooting at a time when .22s were often treated as toys. The Duramatic's unique rear mag release and lightweight frame made it a standout, while the Supermatic and Trophy series drew admiration from serious bullseye shooters. Prices have risen sharply. Duramatics now push $500 to $800 in clean condition, and top-tier Target models can exceed $1,200. Once forgotten, these pistols are being rediscovered for what they always were: beautifully built, laser-accurate range guns. Number 13, Bergmann Bayard Model 1910. The Bergmann Bayard Model 1910 is one of those pistols that feels like a missing link between old-world revolvers and modern semi-autos. Designed in Germany but manufactured under license in Belgium and adopted by the Danish military, this pistol fires the 9mm Bergmann cartridge, an obscure round with limited production, which only adds to the rarity. With its fixed barrel, long recoil action, and magazine in front of the trigger guard, it looks like a steampunk prototype, but it was rugged, reliable, and well ahead of its time. Today, examples with matching numbers and clean finishes regularly fetch $2,000 and up. Its limited adoption and strange design make it a niche collector's dream, and prices are climbing steadily. Number 12, Colt Model 1903 Pocket Hammerless. Sleek, compact, and elegant, the Colt 1903 Pocket Hammerless is a true piece of American firearms history. Designed by John Browning and chambered in .32 ACP, it became a favorite among generals, detectives, and even U.S. presidents. Despite its name, it isn't actually hammerless. The hammer is just hidden within the frame. Early production pistols with high polished blue finishes and Colt medallion grips are the most sought after. Matching serial numbers, original boxes, or military markings send prices upward. While average shooters once sold for $400, collector-grade examples are now pushing $1,500 and rising fast. Its blend of history, craftsmanship, and concealed carry legacy make it one of the most collectible pistols from the early 20th century. Number 11, Mauser C96 Broomhandle. Instantly recognizable and endlessly fascinating, the Mauser C96, often called the Broomhandle, is one of the most iconic pistols ever made. Chambered in 7.63 by 25 mm Mauser and featuring an internal magazine loaded by stripper clip, it looks more like a sci-fi prop than a military sidearm, yet it saw service in both world wars and across multiple continents. Its distinctive grip, tangent rear sight, and wooden shoulder stock holster combo make it a standout on any collector's shelf. Values vary based on model and markings, but clean commercial C96s are pushing past $2,000. Red 9 variants, wartime contracts, and matching rigs often exceed $4,000. It's not just a collectible, it's a mechanical work of art. Prices to match. Number 10. Luger P08. Few pistols command as much instant recognition or collector interest as the Luger P08. Designed by George Luger and adopted by the German military in the early 1900s, this toggle-locked masterpiece was chambered in 9mm and became synonymous with World War I and II sidearms. Its distinctive articulation, precise machining, and military heritage make it one of the most sought-after pistols in the world. Early Imperial models, DWM marked examples, or those with matching serial numbers are now regularly crossing the $2,500 mark. Artillery Lugers or Navy models go even higher. Add original holsters or unit markings, and you're suddenly looking at $4,000 or more. Number 9. CZ75 clones and early Czech military production. The original CZ75, born behind the Iron Curtain in the 1970s, became one of the most copied handgun designs in the world. But it's the early Czech military production model and well-made clones like the Tanfoglio, Sphinx, and IMI Jericho that are quietly turning into collector gold. These pistols were built from milled steel, featured exceptional ergonomics, and offered DASA triggers that rivaled SIGs of the same era. Early Czech police or military-issue variants with original grips and roll marks are already crossing $900, with high-condition clones now pushing past $1,200. Collectors are snapping up these underrated pistols fast, and they're only going to get rarer. Number 8. Colt 1911 officers and rare variants. Compact 1911s weren't always popular, but now they're red hot. The Colt 1911 officers model, designed for concealability, became the basis for dozens of modern carry pistols. But original Colt manufactured officers ACP pistols, especially the early series and rare finishes, are now shooting up in price. Models from the Colt Custom Shop, stainless editions, and limited run variants with gold inlays or factory engraving are leading the pack. Standard models in good condition are hitting $1,000, while rarer specimens can reach well over $2,500. They're compact, classic, and quietly becoming some of the most collectible 1911s out there. Number 7. Sig P210. Precision is the name of the game, with a Swiss-made Sig P210 originally issued to the Swiss Army in the late 1940s. This full-size 9mm is known for its out-of-the-box match accuracy, silky trigger, and tight slide-to-frame fit. It was hand-fitted, overbuilt, and produced in low numbers, and collectors have noticed. Early military and commercial models with Swiss or German proofs are now selling for $2,000 to $3,000 depending on condition and accessories. Some variants, like the heavy frame or target models, are even more sought after. In terms of engineering elegance, few handguns come close to what the P210 delivers. Number 6. Walther P38. Overshadowed by the Luger for years, the Walther P38 is finally getting the respect it deserves. Introduced in World War II as a replacement for the Luger, it became the first successful DASA service pistol, a design that influenced nearly every modern combat handgun. Wartime P38s with matching serials, Nazi markings, and correct holsters are trending upward fast. Post-war models from West Germany are also gaining value, especially the early alloy-framed versions. Prices have moved from $600 to well over $1,500 for clean, documented examples. It's a pistol that marked the future, and collectors are catching on. Number 5. Gerson and Thesis high-powered clones. While the Browning high power is already a legend, the Turkish clones from Gerson and Thesis are quietly becoming collectibles in their own right. These models were built using old-school high-power tooling with a few modern upgrades, but what makes them valuable is their limited production and surprisingly good quality. Early run guns from 2020 to 2022 in two-tone or special finishes are already drying up, especially as demand for affordable high-power clones grows. Right now, you can still find one for $500 to $700, but that won't last long. Once people realize what they are, prices will jump. Number 4. Browning High Power Classic FN Early Production Models. The Browning High Power has long been respected, but early FN-made examples are entering a new phase of collectability. Designed by John Browning and finalized by Donanay Save, the High Power became the sidearm of over 50 countries. But it's the pre-1980s commercial and military models that collectors are chasing hardest. Look for the internal extractors, tangent sights, ring hammers, and deep blue finishes. FN Hertzstel-made Belgian models in excellent condition and now command $1,500 to $2,000, with T-Series and early series units leading the pack. Boxed examples are those with matching holsters and mags, fetch even more. Number 3. Steyr GB. Originally designed to compete with the Austrian military contract in the 1980s, the Steyr GB is one of the most underrated and now exploding pistols on the collector market. Chambered in 9mm, the GB featured a gas-delayed blowback system that reduced recoil and improved accuracy. It held 18 rounds, had polygonal rifling, and a fixed barrel, making it a smooth shooter with futuristic potential. But it was a commercial failure until now. Once found for under $300, the Steyr GB is now climbing well past $1,600 for clean examples with original mags and boxes. Limited production numbers, unique internals, and Cold War appeal were driving demand hard. Number 2. HK Mark 23 MK23. Built for U.S. Special Operations and designed to endure the worst environments on Earth, the Heckler & Koch Mark 23 is a beast, both in size and collectability. Chambered in 45 ACP, this pistol was tested to shoot tens of thousands of rounds without failure. Featuring a threaded barrel, match-grade trigger, and full suppressor-ready platform. Initially criticized for being oversized and expensive, it's now embraced by collectors and elite handgun enthusiasts alike. Early civilian models with matching cases, test targets, and 2 magazines are pushing $2,500 to $3,000. Add an original KAC suppressor or Insight laser illuminator, and you're deep in rare territory. Number 1. Colt Delta Elite 10mm Auto. When the 10mm Auto cartridge debuted, it needed a pistol tough enough to handle it, and Colt delivered with the Delta Elite. Introduced in 1987, the Delta Elite was essentially a 1911 beefed up for 10mm power. It offered full-size stopping force with classic single-action ergonomics, and while it never gained massive popularity at the time, that's exactly what's making it valuable now. Early stainless steel models with distinctive red Delta medallion grips are soaring past $1,800, and limited editions or Colt custom shop versions are reaching $2,500 and beyond. With the 10mm resurgence in full swing, the original Delta Elite has gone from niche to necessary, and collectors are paying serious attention. Check out our next video where we reveal 12 best one-and-done handguns of all time.